Let's take a look at the chart action for mana. Alright, so here's what I'm looking at. We had support right here, support right here, support right here. Let's do an uptrend like this. And we broke this uptrend going to the downside right here. Next thing I'm watching is this Fibonacci retracement. I did one from the top to the bottom of this big trend right there. And then I was watching the 38% level and the 38% level and the 50% level sitting at 3.94 and 3.32. We came down and bounced on that 3.32 a couple times, and it looks like we're bouncing out right there. Hopefully this level can hold support and we can keep pushing to the upside. The next thing I'm looking at though is we have a couple resistance zones. Let's jump over the 4-hour time frame. We can see this a little bit better. I think we have support right here and support right here. We're watching an uptrend going up like this. Let's see how far we could ride this uptrend going to the upside. The next thing I'm looking at are the resistance levels. So we have resistance right here. In my opinion, this is sitting at around 413. I think if we could break 413, then we could start heading towards, or we could start looking at these next previous resistances. The top is sitting at around maybe 560 approximately, and then we have one maybe at 470 and maybe one around 517. I think in general this would probably be the ultimate target, maybe sitting around up here. And then if we can break out of this Fibonacci retracement box in general, then we could even start looking for higher highs. And we could cross that bridge when we get there. But right now, I think there's a couple different trend lines that we could watch of resistance. So we have resistance right here, resistance right here, resistance, resistance. Let's set up some trend lines. I think there's a couple different ones. We have this one and this one. Let's draw it all the way down. And then we also have this one and these ones. So right now it looks like we're breaking out of this trend line right here. We broke this trend line, so that's a good signal that we're breaking out of that one. The next one that I want to see us break is this one right here, from this resistance and this resistance. I don't think we've broken out of this one, and I think that's what might be kind of keeping us down still. But it looks like we're getting close and we're testing it. I think once we do though, then that's going to be a good signal. The other thing, if we go back to the daily time frame and delete everything, this is the other thing I was kind of watching, is you guys know I like watching the 9 moving average, and once we break above it, I think that's a good signal. Look right here, we broke above it, got some nice bounces on it, used it as support rather than resistance. When we broke below right here, started trending below it, it looked like it was giving us trouble. Right now it still possibly is giving us trouble. So in my opinion, until we break through it, then that's going to be a bullish signal, and it looks like we might be testing it right now. Like I said, we have this downtrend, and it looks like we broke that first one. It kind of looks like on the daily, it looks like we're breaking it, but it looks like we're still really early and we're going to have to kind of wait for it. It looks like we're like halfway in and halfway out on the daily. That's why I was kind of watching this 4-hour. You can kind of see it a little bit better, but when you kind of line up the trend lines on the 4-hour, you have this top one. So that's what I'm thinking, in my opinion, is that we still have a little bit of resistance to go, but let's take away this one, because we kind of broke that one, which is a good signal. That is a good signal that we broke that one. Now we have this support, this support. Let's do a trend line with this. I think these are the main two levels. These are the main two lines that I'm watching until we break to the upside or to the downside. Until we break to the upside or downside, I think we might just be trading in this area. I think once we break, maybe if we could break like 412, like I said, we have this resistance right here. I think that'll be another signal. Maybe let's do one more line somewhere right here. I think if we could break this one, then that's going to be the signal that we are going to be more confident on these targets up here. Maybe 515, 517 to start out with, and then maybe 561. Maybe we'll break that high, and then we'll have to cross that bridge when we get there. But like I was saying, I don't know. We'll see what happens within this little pattern right here that we're forming, little triangle pattern, possibly just like a little where trend lines meet. Let's see if we break to the upside or downside. Let me know what you guys think.